Returning to where we left off in last episode, we had just left the red team who has managed to find themselves a blaze spawner, starting here with the purple team, Pie, who has finished his staircase down and managed to find himself not only a cave, but a cave that leads into an abandoned mine shaft. A very good find as well, possibly even better than a spider spawner because this allows for easy access to string by simply breaking the cobwebs that does spawn here naturally. Not only that, but the mine shaft is also a very structured environment, and therefore it is quite easy to go through them without actually taking damage, but one does still want to be careful because mobs can drop down occasionally and can sneak up on oneself. Pie here doesn't seem to take any chances and goes for the easy solutions until he can get himself some weaponry that will allow him to take out the skeletons in a safe way. Over here by Mr. Cave, it looks like he has found a spawner. Unfortunately, we won't know what it is, but it looks like he didn't want it, so I would imagine that it was probably a zombie spawner. Cave is already fully fitted in iron, but a little more never hurts. You do need some for your gear and some for later. Over here by the green team though, it looks like Jackarou has just been a stroke of luck for the team. He's managed to find himself a skeleton spawner and is now working to try and make it farmable. This might actually be worth it to sit for the 3 episodes grinding arrows, while the rest of the team gathers the rest of the resources that they need. Raven here having staircase down, and Bash done the same, also being lucky enough to find himself a cave and getting himself fully fitted in iron, but he's still making more. He might still need some for his gear and some for backup. It looks like Bash suddenly has a full set of iron equipment, but still, there could be others on the team that needs it. Be careful though, Bash, there is spiders in this cave. And not only that, because we also have a case of skeletons nearby. Oh, be careful. Bash sees the spider, but opting to avoid it, running down the other path, and saying, "You can follow me, spider, if you want. I won't deal with you until you do." Well, now Bash does have to go down that path, so he goes for it, takes it out, and goes down to see if he can find some interesting things down the various tunnels. Hopping over to JT, he is still on the surface. Not fully fitted in iron, which does seem like he hasn't been spending too much time on the ground during the night time. But he might just be going down there. And how far is he actually from the other teams? It looks like Jackarou is actually quite a ways away, but still relatively close. Still making progress with the spawner. A little bit of an impromptu thing, but as long as it works. Any time you're spending trying to make a spawner in this setting will be time that might be wasted if you're not doing it right, but making a proper spawner can also save you quite a bit of time. Over here by yellow team though, we have Frankie, who is setting up to prepare some resources, cooking up some gold and some iron, and doing it in a safe fashion, making sure that her back is covered so that she doesn't get stabbed in the back. A very wise choice. Team red here though, Lady and Ernbob still close together. We have Lady, who is staircasing down towards the bottom of the world, having just hit the bedrock and finding both redstone and lapis. The last of which is of course most important in this setting because it allows you to enchant. But the redstone still is a very good source of experience, so don't want to leave that behind. Returning to the other part of the team, Pack and Paul have found themselves an abandoned mineshaft. The red team is certainly going for a 2-person per team approach, splitting up into 2 groups and seeing if they in unity can manage to get themselves situated. Pack here is taking a bit of chances going through the spider spawner, but it can certainly help save you some time when you're dealing with the environment in Minecraft. But still, you should be careful because those spiders can hop down and jump you, so they can be quite dangerous. Over by the yellow team though, it looks like Danny has found a stronghold. Strongholds can be dangerous, but even then they can be bountiful because they have quite a few treasure chests. Might be that one of the other members of Team Yellow is in the stronghold as well. It wouldn't surprise me if they have shared the knowledge of this location, but we'll have to wait and see if one of the other guys pops up here. And just like that, we had the purple team find diamonds. Cheese having found diamonds, as we saw down in the chat, but hopping over here to Piegon, we see him still trying to tackle the abandoned mineshaft. Going through the tunnels and perhaps now more looking for resources than string, but still. It's definitely a good way to find them down here. Oh, and there is diamonds for green team as well. Jackarou having just found some, which does lead me to believe that he has finished with the spawner. Mr. Cave, on the other hand, is up on the surface again, now trying to cover some ground. It might be that he is joining one of the other team members, or he might just be looking for his own solutions right now. It looks like purple team is quite split up, but we will see what is going to happen as the episodes progress. Hopping over here to green team, Jackarou is deep down in the caves, down at lava level, and currently going through and seeing if he can find some resources. He's certainly given up on the skeleton spawner for now, perhaps having gotten himself a little bit of arrows to begin with, and now looking for the diamonds that will sustain the team and allow them to also enchant. As we already know, he has managed to find some diamonds, so that is definitely a good sign for the team. Hopefully he managed to find enough to start them enchanting, but we will have to wait and see what happens. Hopping over here to JT, he has just been a little bit violent, taking out some monsters, and is now exploring the caves. Opting to close off some tunnels in a very safe fashion. You don't want to accidentally let something like a spider pop over your wall or make one of the small baby zombies able to run below. And it looks like he's managed to find himself a spider spawner. Not the most bountiful of rewards, but there is some iron, which is certainly a good thing for him. Let's see if he decides to go for it. It might just be that he snatches the valuables and then runs off, but it could also be that he tries to exploit the spawners to get himself some string. The team will be communicating, so that is probably going to mean that he won't waste time on it, since Jackarou has already been farming some string for the team. But if they haven't met up, it could also be an opportunity for him to get himself an early bow, so that they will be able to survive a little better down in the caves alone. Now hopping over to Bash, he has also found himself a spawner, but it is filled with monsters. It's a zombie spawner, and we have a creeper even inside the room, so it is a little dangerous. And just like that, Bash manages to hit the creeper, setting it off on an angry rand, which caused it to blow up and blow up the spawner. This, however, means that there's not going to be any more zombies, even though they are running towards him all at once. But there's the one left to do, and Bash will be able to enter the room. Unfortunately, he won't be able to gather experience from the spawner, other than what he got from it breaking. But he can get the loot if he gets into the room soon enough, which should be easy considering there's only a single zombie left. Looks like you already got the interesting bits, so might as well continue exploring. There's a couple of bobs here waiting around. Don't look at the crotch, it might make the black men angry. Bash trying to tackle a zombie here. So we're not being quite sure what to do about it. Oh! Zombie, you derp. Over by the red team though. And Bob is down at the lava layer as well. Possibly looking for diamonds. He is, looks to be opting for the fast moving route. Not so much focusing on getting himself situated with armor and weapons and tools, rather than simply running through the caves before they fill with monsters, hoping that his skill in Minecraft can keep him safe, rather than relying on armor actually protecting his back when monsters show up. It's risky, but it can certainly work. Lady here is also down at the bottom of the world. We can see here that she's down at the bedrock layer still gathering redstone. She might just be staircasing up and down, and just like that, we reach the end of the second episode. One more episode left to go before the teams will meet up in the combat area. Still no deaths. And with that, we call it off for this time and say, see you in the next episode.